Okay, there's a payment plan scheme that's going on more than before. We are used to, in this real estate business, we are used to the normal 6 months, we are used to the normal 9 months, used to normal 12 months. But now more than ever, 18 months, 24 months. In fact, there's a popular real estate developer that has a 2-year payment plan for their land. And for the uninitiated and for people that don't think this thing through, there's a lot of danger in it if you opt for longer payment plans. And I'm going to be breaking down different points and different things you need to think about before you say, okay, it's affordable, let me go for it. The largest danger for taking a payment plan on a property is that there's a possibility that that property will be oversubscribed before you can finish paying. And if that property is oversubscribed, then you know that you're not going to be getting your property in that location. Maybe the developer only has 100 or 150 plots in that area. If you take a long payment plan, or if you take a payment plan and you cannot meet up and then you go and beg them, oh, please give me more time. By the time that you are finished paying, or you think that you're already able to give them the balance, bear in mind that that property could have finished being subscribed to. Now, the second thing that you need to know before you take a long payment plan is the fact that the development levy, the ancillary fees at the point that you put in your initial deposit will likely not be the same by the time you finish paying. So let's say you're taking a payment plan and the development levy is 1 million naira, the development levy is 500,000 naira. In 2 years' time, that development levy will likely be 2 million naira, 2.5 million naira. Because in that time, they've done interconnecting routes in the estate, they've established a fence, they've finished the gatehouse, they probably even have a show unit in that estate. So bear in mind that you're not going to be paying the same amount of ancillary fees for that estate. Third important point you need to know is that you're getting this at an interest, at extra cost. So the extra cost that you're going to be paying, 10%, 15%, 20%, is going to be more than if you decided to, pay outright, and outright is now considered between 1 to 3 months. So you need to have that in your mind. But what is my advice to you? My advice to you is simple. If you have a steady source of income, or you have a business that you are sure you can be able to pay in a stipulated amount of time, you can take advantage of a payment plan. But if you're not very sure, you can actually put in your initial deposit, pay even up to 50 to 60%. But if you cannot pay the 100% based on your form that you signed, because in your form you're going to indicate, I'm going to pay in 6 months, I'm going to pay in 12 months, I'm going to pay in 24 months. If at the end of that 24 months you have not paid the full price of that property, that land, including the ancillary fees, you have broken the clause in the contract of sale. Haven't broken that contract, the developer can interpret it in any way. They can interpret it in a refund, and a refund is no less than 40% of the full price that you've paid. Or they can interpret it in another way that, okay, we're going to add an extravagant charge for breaking. Some people, they give you a 20% surcharge. They can just interpret it like it is not in your hands again, because you said you were going to pay in this stipulated amount of time. Maybe something happens, there's even the fact that you can lose interest in that estate, or lose interest in that location in that period of time. Or maybe you want money to do something and your money diverts to do other stuff, and you're not able to take advantage of it. But the truth of the matter is that despite all of the dangers that I have raised, there's no joy than in seeing that even if you cannot do it outright, money comes and goes, and if you don't use that money for something, and if you're not disciplined to put in an initial deposit, you can use the money for something else, and in that amount of time you could have still made that amount of money with no property to show for it. So if you're very sure of it, you can take the leap of faith and you can contact me. And the good thing about it is that in Ayetoro, for instance, where the airport is going to be, international airport is going to be, there's everything for everybody's size. There's 35 million naira, there's 21 million naira, there's 10 million naira, there's 12 million naira, for a sea of O land in that area. So you can take advantage of all of this. But, understand the fact that even from the developer's point of view, these people are business people, and the more you drag their money and the more that you take time to pay, they cannot adequately plan for development, they cannot adequately plan for what they want to do there, and so you're kind of like a clog in the wheel. That's why some developers, they struggle with delivering, because customers are not paying on time, and especially when it becomes too cheap, the entry point becomes too cheap for people to enter. You attract people that are low income people, and so maybe they had a windfall, they could put an initial deposit, they cannot continue with that. But just take advantage of that, and just something that you should know. I felt like you should know. Thank you so very much for watching. This is Uche Philip Emori from Ownahome.ng TV show. Thank you for watching. Kindly like, kindly share, kindly subscribe, and I'll see you in the very next video. Bye bye.